All right, so here we are, finally back to the master bathroom Reno. I want you to take note. I am wearing my Mike Holmes overalls. That's for you, buddy, for Chris. He asked me to wear these while I was doing my renos, just so I could look like that corny Mike Holmes guy on TV. So, just for you. Anyway, so when last we left, we were doing some electrical and some venting in the attic for the fans over the shower, in the central bathroom, and in the water closet. So we ran all new venting, had that fixed. We also had to do some work on the shower vent up there because the fan over the shower was in the way of the water venting, and I'll show you what I mean. So here's the shower fan, and you can see behind it in that wall is the vent. The vent is for drainage, of course. It's always air behind water, so that air vent goes up into the attic and vents out the roof. I've had to relocate that vent because we wanted to put a shelf here in the shower. So as you can see, that vent came up directly from here, from the floor. So here's the drain for the shower, and you can see there some of the staining from the leakage that was going on. So the vent comes out back here. It went straight up and out through the ceiling, but instead I've routed it over up the wall and back over and up, so we can have a shelf here for shampoo and soap and, you know, all that fun stuff. So I'll get back to the plumbing over here in a second. Anyway, so the vents, there's that vent there, and we also replaced the motor and everything in the water closet fan. Okay, so over to electrical. I finished putting up the boxes here and over here, and these are going to be going over the mirrors that are above the vanity. I also put in down here a GFCI plug, which is going to be for the charging transformer for the Bluetooth speakers that are going to sit underneath the dresser that the sinks will be mounted in. Also replaced all the valves with compression fit quarter turn valves, and cut them at the right height so that we can lay underneath or reach underneath the dresser vanity and turn the water off in case there's an emergency of any sort. So that was that recent part of the reno. We've also done a lot of plumbing as well. Before I get into that, I'll start over here. This is the water closet. We're getting a new door going to be going on here in the water closet. Now that door is going to open out into this space right here against this wall when I open it. So, but this wall is where we're putting our towel warmer. So I've wired the electrical down here for the towel warmer. That's running over onto this wall where there is going to be a timer, so it will turn on in the morning before we get up and be nice and warm and turn off before we leave. And as well, the floor heater, the thermostat is here. Works similar to a furnace programmable thermostat, will be also located here. So that's wired in there. We also had to frame this out. This is above our stairwell below. Our stairwell actually runs down below here. So this wall, we cut out these studs here. There's the bottoms of them there, and framed it to accommodate the towel heater. So the towel heater sticks at about 3.5 inches. So we put in 3/4 inch, and I had some old pieces of hardwood flooring up in the attic from when they put the hardwood in, not enough to do anything with, so it make an ideal support for the towel warmer when we put it in. So we're going to be able to screw it through the drywall into this wood, and drywall can mount in here when we do that. So that will be boxed in and recessed so that when the door opens and there's towels there, it'll still be able to open all the way. So that was another half-day project getting that done. So also we put, these are the new taps that are going to go on the tub. Now these taps are basically a floating fit There's no rigid fit pipe below. That's because of the distance between this tap, and this. It's a large tub, and we'll be removing these when we have it re-enameled white. It's sort of a 70s kind of beige right now. But underneath was all the fun and games, and let me show you that. Hopefully the camera's going to be okay. So here I put on some new shutoffs, again, quarter turn compression fits, and then I just used flex hose up to the top. Had to use an NPTT. NPT stands for National Pipe Thread Standard, so I used an NPTT and then put on these half-inch fittings, NPT fittings, and then they go over, wind around, goes up to the tap, the bottom of the tap below. So those are all just in there in flex hose. I mean, this stuff will last forever because it's, you know, covered with wire mesh, and there's not going to be any issues of leakage. This is fully pressurized, and of course the cats are drinking out of the tub right now, so you know they're using it. As well as there's going to be an access panel here in front of this part of the tub so that we can get at all these fittings below, and the motor is back in this corner, so you need to be able to get back into this corner. There's electrical under here to run the motor, etc. So that was another fun job, part of getting the taps in. But they are beautiful taps, worth the money for the Pegasus. So, back over to the shower area. Loads of fun over here. Decided to try something new because of the shower system we're putting in. So, I've gone to PEX. PEX is a flexible, plastic pipe. Ideal for this kind of setup. So you can see starting here from the floor, this is the old hot and cold water pipe. Now we do have electrical here, but this is code. There's not going to be any water in here. This is all dry, and this is code, and everything's grounded. So if there was a leak here and it leaked onto that box, this would trip the breaker. So not anything to worry about. So again, I use red PEX here for my hot line into my pressure or thermostatic control valve, and then blue over here for my cold line. Okay, so into the thermostatic control valve. This is just a temporary plug in here. There's a very nice temperature control valve that once we set the temperature, we never have to worry about it again. This stuff is manufactured by a company called Pfister, P-F-I-S-T-E-R, and beautiful stuff. It's got shutoffs built in right here. So this will be behind the faceplate when there's a brushed nickel ring that goes around this. If I ever need to shut it off, I just pull off the brushed nickel ring and I've got a cold and a hot shutoff. So it goes from here, explaining the line, it goes up to this line here, and this is fully charged right now. I'm wet testing it to make sure there's no leaks in the wall, and I'll let it sit here for a few days till we get the drywall done. So I'm taking it up here to our shower, and I've got a plug on there right now just to keep it pressurized and not leaking. Okay, and then again, so the water is always on here. This is not an on and an off. This is the on and off, and then below this is the on and off, and these are for the body jets. Now I'm putting in 4 body jets. In a body jet system, you have to have a loop so that the pressure is even to all the body jets. So I created this loop. It might not look centered the way it looks right now, but they're equidistant here to here to here. Again, up there, equidistant from there to there to there. Exactly 6 inches over 6 inches, 6 and 6. Okay, so when this valve is turned on, water comes out here to this T, flows up here to this body jet, flows up here to this body jet, across this line, this body jet, and then back. So there's your pressure ring. So there should be even pressure. Now body jets are adjustable. You can move them up, down, sideways, and they do pulsate and spray. So I'm looking forward to a back massage. Oh yeah, baby. It's going to be awesome. Also, one more. So we've got a T here. This was a lot of fun and games, let me tell you. So this this comes out here, this line. I love PEX. I didn't even have to put a 90 on. I could just bend it. I had to drill the hole big enough, but I could just bend it through. Or if you're wondering what these steel plates are, these are nail plates, so that when we put drywall over this, I don't accidentally put a screw through my water line. And you do the same thing for any electrical lines as well down here for our electrical. Anyway, so we brought that across. I brought that above this pipe that I put in for the vent. This is my vent. Again, coming over across to the other side of the shower up to this valve. And this valve is going to be for a handheld sprayer that's on a bar. So I've got this wooden support and this wooden support for the bar that's going to run up and down. So stand back, give you a better view. So the bar is going to run from this support to this support up here, and then the handheld unit will stick up here, and the hose for the handheld will hang and loop down and then fasten right to this jet here. And again, the system is charged right now, so I've got a plug in there just to keep it under pressure and make sure that there's no leaks in the wall, because I don't want to find that out 3 weeks after we've closed up the walls. So next, what's next, you ask? Well, I think next we're going to have to move to drywalling and get the drywall up. Once the drywall is up in this area, we're putting in a system called a Curdy shower system. Many people are very familiar with it, and I'll go over that a little bit once I start to get that installed, and of course I learn how to do it. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to show you here with the PEX, this is a compression tool, and so it's very easy to use. You simply squeeze it like that onto these rings here. These rings are onto these fittings that screwed into the valves. So very easy, no soldering, thank goodness. You know, my mom was a welder. She had the talent. I do not. I tried soldering these guys down here unsuccessfully. It leaked. So I went out and bought these little connectors. These are called shark bites. These shark bite connectors are beautiful. I will never ever use another solder joint again. These simply pop on. You push it until it goes click, click, like that, and you're done. And then this one snaps in, done. That's it. It's a beautiful way to move from one system to another. And then when you put these rings on with the pliers, you check it. You've got this little, let me see if I can get it focused here. There we go. But this little guy here, and it says, in the center, it says no go, half-inch no go, and half-inch go. So if I put this on here, on the washer, that's a 3/4 inch, so I'm going to have to go here. So that's 3/4 inch, that's a go, so it's good. If I go to the no-go side on 3/4 inch, it won't fit. It won't fit on, so it tells me that this connection is good. If this fits, I've got a problem. Alright, so I just wanted to show you that quick little thing I forgot to show you about the PEX. So yeah, so next is Curdy kit. After that, in-floor heating. Woohoo! Can't wait to get that in. It's a wire system. It's not pads. So once we get the in-floor heating down, I'll video it, and then we're going to cover it with a self-leveling cement. So that should be very interesting. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this little series of fun and games, and I thought I'd document it just for fun, because we're now at about $10,000, I think, in cost for the bathroom, and when it's done, we're hoping it's worth about 30 or 40. Anyway, take care. Talk to you soon.